Welcome, everyone. It's the holidays here at Frantic Castle. I'm here with these two kings, the usual kings, and I. We're Frantic Romantic. We're a band in LA, and we make music, and we play music, and we listen to music, and we do this podcast about music. Joined with me, as always, is
Ruben,
Zeke Zero,
and I'm Mike. Nice to meet you. So, guys, what is your favorite holiday treat to eat? What it's you're sitting around the dinner table. You're there with your relatives. Some of them you love. Some of them maybe you don't want to see. I don't know. But what's the thing you grab for to eat first?
are we talking about food? Or are we talking about snacks? Or
let's stick to the dinner. How about the big dinner? That big warm, amazing dinner.
I like a good mashed potatoes, man. If there's mashed potatoes involved, then I'm there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Gravy?
A little bit of gravy.
Light gravy or dark gravy?
Very light.
Okay.
Light, actually. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
I think for me it's gonna be pozole. I don't know. It's like a highlight, you know. It's kind of like, oh, hey, who's getting married, or you know what I mean? When I see that shit,
is it red or green?
Something's going on. Oh, red. I like green though. You know, it's funny when I make pozole at work, it's always green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I feel like it's like quicker to do. You know.
You know how to make pozole, dude?
Yeah. I fuck with the pozole, of course.
I love pozole.
Yeah.
For some reason, I didn't think about that. I just thought about mashed potatoes.
Hey, mashed potatoes are good, man. There's nothing wrong with that.
It doesn't compare to pozole though.
Still, man. Very good choice.
But green pozole for me.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and expose myself here. What is that, fellas?
So there's
Pozole.
variations. It's basically it's like it's a Mexican stew.
Yeah.
There's a couple variations of it, like Zeke just said. There's a red version of it, and there's a green version of it. It depends with what chilies you're making it. Some people make it with like a tomatillo, and some people are gonna make it more with like the red, like the guajillos and stuff like that.
Right on.
It's spicy. Usually, there's a couple variations where you could do it with pork feet, and pork shoulder, right? Or you could do it with just chicken, which is really good too.
Chicken's really good.
I think that's the one that's like the gateway to people trying more of the stuff, because it's like spicy but in a good way.
Nice.
And like with the chicken, right? Yeah, I think you would like it.
Sure. Yeah, you had me at spicy.
Yeah.
You know?
Menudo is more niche. I like menudo. Not a lot of people do. Pozole is like more, like I said, the gateway. So it's like, okay, this is accessible. This is, you know, I'm familiar with this, you know?
Nice.
Yeah.
See, I grew up with menudo, and then it wasn't until I was an adult till I started eating pozole.
I remember you guys came over when I first started dating Miriam. It was like 1 a.m. I took you guys to my house, and my mom woke up all pissed off. Like, who the fuck is making all this noise? We're all eating the pozole. She's like, oh, okay. You know?
Yeah, I do remember that.
It was like 1 a.m. Yeah.
That was one of my first experiences
Yeah,
eating pozole.
yeah.
I was like, this is bomb, dude.
Yeah. I was like, my mom just made a shitload of it, and I'm just the only one who lives at home right now.
That's right. So. We were hungry.
You guys were hungry. I'm like, come over. Let's fucking eat some. I was hella drunk. I was like, let's eat pozole.
These are good times.
Yeah.
Man.
So anyway,
For everybody watching, why don't you let us know what your favorite holiday treat is? You know, it could be any kind of treat. Any kind of holiday treat.
Trick or treat, even.
You know?
Yeah.
Innuendos are fine. Innuendos are fine, too. Yeah, for me, it's just, the meat. Whatever the meat is. I think it's whatever. Either
like
turkey or ham or, yeah.
Nice roast. Yeah, a nice roast is cool, too.
You get the big knife, right? You get that big knife and you just carve out a big old slice for yourself.
It's crazy. I didn't get that experience growing up, but I got it at work.
Oh, okay.
Like I got to do a lot of parties where it's like cool, and people just automatically assume that was like my upbringing. It's like nope, but it's cool. It's very cool. Yeah.
With that said, we are jumping into a pretty hot album right now.
Yeah, we took a look. This isn't really like any of our picks. This was something we looked at the charts. We were like, hey, what's hot on the charts? We need to know what's up.
Yeah. We're doing our research for when we start writing our tunes. And, who better to do research of then one of LA's finest.
Compton, right?
Yep.
Compton, man.
This gentleman's local by the name of Kendrick Lamar, who just came out with an album called GNX. And obviously it's a 2024 album, right? It's his sixth studio album. I guess it's categorized as West Coast hip hop as opposed to East Coast. You don't want to make that
Right. Don't make that mistake. Right.
Canadian hip hop. You don't want to make that mistake either.
Yeah. Canadian
Vancouver
hip-hop.
versus Ontario or something like that. Right? Yeah.
The name GNX actually was named after a car, a limited run 1987 Buick Grand National Experimental GNX, the same model that Kendrick Lamar's father used to take him home from the hospital following his birth. And not to say this is a short album because it's 44 minutes long, but it is his shortest album in length. So those are some fun factoids. But I have very limited knowledge about Kendrick Lamar. I listened to Pimp a Butterfly, his 2015 album, which might have been his breakthrough album. I don't know.
Before that, I think was right?
Good Kid, Mad City.
Bad City. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then of course Black Panther soundtrack.
I was going to say that really got him on the
That
map.
was like
mainstream. Everybody knew who he was.
Yeah.
I remember he like rented out a bunch of theaters and had a whole bunch of kids go watch that movie.
Wow.
Like in the inner cities.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It was definitely like a big moment, you know?
It was, yeah. It's a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
But what are you guys' thoughts on Kendrick Lamar?
I mean, he's said to be the heir apparent of West Coast hip hop. I feel like it wasn't until like really this year that he really got forefront, and it was all because of a feud,
Right.
right?
Yeah. So which feud is that?
Oh, it's the feud with Drake. What's funny is I remember was it Mr. Slap or was it Domingo?
No, it was Mr. McSlap.
He was saying
Yeah.
you look like you're a Drake fan.
No, it was
Domingo,
Yeah,
right?
it was
Yeah.
Yeah. Domingo we'll be hearing about later. About this.
Yeah,
album, too.
we'll hear his take on it later.
Yeah. So right. So there's a feud, and I apologize to the entire world. I haven't kept up on this feud, but I guess Kendrick Lamar and Drake don't like each other.
What's an ongoing feud?
It's been
years. They actually toured together a long time ago.
Yeah.
This was before Good Kid, Mad City. Drake and asked Kendrick, an up-and-coming rapper, to jump on tour with him and A$AP Rocky. So they toured together and they got along together. But once people moving up on the ranks, they start becoming competitors, right?
Right.
So I think at first they started out. Well, Kendrick started out more as a competitiveness to him, So he started like dropping little things here and there. Drake took it on a personal level, which when you're a rapper, you're supposed to be competitive,
Right.
but taking
It's
it
part of the culture, right?
Yeah, it is part of the culture to move forward and to get you into the booth to make better rhymes. But then Drake being Drake, who's known for taking making personal shots at other rappers as far as like taking their girlfriends or talking about their wives, which is it's not really cool, man. And then when you get shit thrown back at you and then you start to complain about it, which he did.
He did, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he did the most uncool thing you could do in a rap battle, and it's like suing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Which
like
he's doing now.
yeah,
Drake did that.
yeah.
Yeah. That's sort of like telling on your
Tattling.
bully.
Yeah.
Telling the teacher on your bully or something.
Right.
Yeah. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, Drake of Nickelodeon fame.
Was it Roscoe Free Radio, something like that? Some shit like that, right?
Oh, okay. He
Yeah.
was like
Canadian
a child
Nickelodeon.
actor.
Yeah, he was a child actor. Yeah,
Canadian born.
right.
He owns a chain of hot chicken, right? Or no, he's like a part ownership of Dave's Hot Chicken or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this in real life? What is this
No,
a
no,
show?
no. It's not a joke. For real.
Yeah, Dave's Hot Chicken.
Oh.
And he was on Roscoe Free. I was looking at you because I thought you used to watch that show.
No, hell no, dude. What?
It was like the Canadian Nickelodeon show. He was on
Actually,
it.
no, dude. I never watched it.
Oh, he was a
I
kid
never
in the
watched
wheelchair on the show.
it. Yeah,
you know?
I heard
Yeah.
about it. I
Yeah.
did hear about it. Yeah.
And then, like, I guess, he's really good friends with Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
And there was another young, it was her. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. He was texting her when she was like 13 or 14 or something like that.
Yep.
He's like a
Hey,
30-year-old.
They're just really good friends.
Yeah, that was weird.
Well, his take on it was because he was a celebrity and he was a former child actor, that it was normal to him to do that. But if you're texting like a 13-year-old, I mean, that's who's not your family. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what do you have to do with that?
Yep. So, anyways, there's that.
Yeah.
Nah.
So back to Kendrick Lamar.
So-
yeah.
I mean, there's
We
a
don't
lot.
remember. We don't want to get sued too here by Drake.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're not implying anything, guys.
Right.
This is all speculation. So, anyways, getting back to GNX by Kendrick Lamar, my general thoughts are every time I listen to Kendrick Lamar, I understand why he's such a big deal. Like, it's actually really good stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
It is.
this album really had me on the hooks, and there was like, made me angry, it made me sad, made me happy, just a whole bunch of just a gamut of emotions, Ruben. That's what it was.
Yeah, he does a really good job of like injecting a little bit of humor there, but at the same time exposing a lot of the sad realities too,
Right. Yeah.
It's good.
And what did you think?
I'm a huge fan, man. I really love this album. I think it took time to build up. The one before, I think it was called Mr. Morale.
Yeah.
And the Big Steppers. It took me a while to get into that one. That one was a real moody album. It addresses like issues that men deal with, but we don't talk about. And for that album to come out by Kendrick, you expected something more of like a banger, but it was more of introspective. And I think I listened to it at a time where I was trying to figure things out for myself. And it really made sense to me. But like I said, it took a couple listens to. Like, I heard it the first time, I'm like, nah, it's not for me. It probably took like the fifth or the sixth time I put it on and give it a chance, because I know that he makes albums that it takes time to really let it digest and to figure out the lyrics and the things that he's talking about. Usually it could be a little bit cryptic. But that's what I like about it, to figure it out and kind of piece things together. Cool. It makes it all the more interesting. Especially in hip hop right now, since everything is...
There's something missing, right?
Yeah.
Definitely something missing.
Yeah.
So I hear that a lot now. And obviously I am a little uneducated. So what's missing now that... Is it quantifiable?
I think it's just a figure to really carry the genre,
I see.
Same could be said about rock, I think, too.
Oh, God, yeah. For the last, like...
I mean, in
20
general,
years, probably, yeah.
And I think the biggest thing that maybe we're not saying out loud is that just the music industry has changed. You know what I mean? And it doesn't really allow for there to be like a marquee person, really,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get it. You got to make good time music. And I think that's what he addresses on this album, is that the party dies, or he's trying to get the party to die, and real issues kind of come up in the music industry. Drake, I guess that's why the feud is so essential for hip hop, because it's a representation of what Drake represents and what Kendrick represents.
They're different sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And if anything, it's like good theater. And I know that sounds bad. That might sound bad.
That's
and maybe
the reality.
a little disingenuous, right?
Yeah.
But like, it's the same reason why like pro wrestling is
why it works. Why it works.
Right. It's like
you need someone to be the antagonist or whatever,
Right. Yeah. And rock, I mean, on that subject, rock kind of used to be that way and then stopped.
Yeah.
And then like, if you just kind of pay attention to the correlation between people's interest in rock and also how much the attitude of rock music has changed. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, there used to be bands that hated each other, and they were very public about that, and it kind of was this.
It was tribalism, right? Like people would want to side with, I love Guns N' Roses. Well, I love Nirvana. Well, Axl and Kurt hate each other,
Right.
And there was this sense of like, I belong to this tribe,
Yeah, Creed and Limp Bizkit.
Right? Yeah.
Those two classic
Yeah.
class acts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that? It looks like a Todd McFarlane sculpture toy where he's like punching through his chest.
No.
It shows like, Scott Stapp's doing that, but like Fred Durst punching through his chest.
No.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Man, we need a feud.
That's the thing,
Yeah.
right? And I think
on some bands.
if you really think about it, it's like at the end of the day, the controversies go good for both sides.
It is. It
Yeah.
draws up money.
Even if one side, like, let's just say Drake here in this feud, the meter still moved, right? It did.
Well, and to that point, we're playing the Troubadour on January 10th, and we've been having a lot of fun with this other band trying to cook up a feud. They're called the Future Machine, and we've just been going back and forth on Instagram with this feud with them. It's pretty great. And anyways, we're playing the Troubadour on January 10th.
January 10th, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a huge milestone, man. I'm really proud of the work we've been doing.
It's excellent.
Little by little, it just took a long time to get to this point where we're doing, a few more shows on the Strip. Something I didn't know how to do 10 years ago,
Oh, same.
Yeah.
And to be quite honest, it's like this is one of the few towns, this being Los Angeles, it's one of the few towns where you even have potential access to venues,
marquee venues like
that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's it'll be cool. With that said, why don't we start getting into the most painful part of our podcast?
Yeah.
And that is talking about our bottom three.
How about you start at this time?
Okay.
I know none of us really picked this.
For the new listeners, every episode that we have, we do a bottom three and a top three. And then we always start with the bottom three because let's just get that over with. Okay, so for me, honestly, I naturally gravitated more towards the songs where it was just Kendrick and
Instead of the collaborations.
and less features.
Yeah.
So with that said, my third least favorite song on the album is GNX, featuring Hida J3, Young Threat, and Peso. It was getting towards the end of the album. I think it's like the second to the last song.
Yeah.
And it really was just like a side effect of like, okay, I've been listening to this for
40 minutes.
40 minutes. There's been a lot of songs covering a lot of different topics, but there's also been a lot of songs that have been covering the same
Similar,
topic.
right.
The song isn't really inherently bad. Like it's good. It didn't give me something new,
Right.
that the rest of the album hadn't already given me. So that's why it's my third least favorite.
That makes sense. It was going to be on my bottom list too, but I was like, it's the title track. So I kind of feel like a dick if I'm going to say it's one of my bottoms, Like, who am I to say that,
Yeah. That makes sense.
Not a dig at you. I'm just saying, for me, it's just kind of the thing that deterred me from saying that's going to be on my bottom.
Right.
For me, it was TV Off. Now, I think he was doing some cool stuff in TV Off. It almost felt kind of skittish a little bit. I think it was kind of chaotic. Although, I think Kendrick does what he does and he does it very well, but it ended up being on the bottom side of the spectrum for me just because like I said, it felt a little chaotic. It was just like right in your face.
I think it was meant to be that way.
Yeah, totally.
But I could see what you mean.
And I see it's like a critique, you know what I mean? Like with everything that's been going on and stuff,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember during like halfway of the song, they switch it up, huh?
Yeah.
They do.
Different beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, this whole album is really good. So I'm just picking things because I have to pick them because Mike made me pick them. Or
Yeah.
That was the assignment.
I
man.
made you.
Yeah.
And then Ruben's like, you can't be on the podcast unless you pick. So I'm like, damn, all right.
Yeah.
So Man in the Garden, only because it's a slow burner. The songs that came before it, it gets you all amped up, you know, and then you get this song. But it has a good message to it, where he talks about why he deserves it, or why we deserve what we dream of. And I think it has a really positive message. It's just it's a slow burner, and everything before it got me so amped up that this kind of like, maybe if it was placed a little bit lower on the track list,
To have a little more diversity. Something.
yeah. But it's a good song, man.
It is.
Yeah, it is a good song.
That almost made my top 3. Yeah.
I deserve it all.
I mean, that song, and I don't know if I just misinterpreted the message or whatever, but it is sort of like, it is kind of the paranoia that comes with becoming loved,
Successful,
like,
right?
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
yeah.
like you start. It seems like there is like a psychological change with a lot of people where it's like, you know, oh no, I deserve all this. I deserve, because he's naming off a ton of shit, like a ton of luxurious stuff, and just, you know, it's like, no, I deserve all this, you know. So yeah, I thought it was an interesting song. My second least favorite song is actually TV Off, featuring Lefty Gunplay. Don't play with guns, kids. Sorry.
To have Domingo do a PSA on
Let's see
that.
what Domingo has to think about that.
I just thought it was pretty repetitive. Granted, yeah, it switches gears like halfway through the song, but they say the one line, somebody got to do it, probably like, it felt like 5 million times, right?
Yeah.
And there's a point where something is like a gimmick and it's like clever and it's like a novelty and it's like, oh, okay, this is like a fun thing.
And then nowhere it's welcome. Yeah.
And then it reaches a point where you're just like, okay, we got it. So, someone's got to do it. Like I get it, and we're good.
It's like Butters in that episode. I know what you're saying. Know what I'm saying? I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Same reasons that you had already listed. Pretty much. It's like pretty. It's just not easy to listen to.
Right.
Yeah. It didn't really please my ears.
What about when he screams out, mustard? I don't know if you remember. It was in the middle of the
I
song,
do remember
right?
that. Yeah.
I am a mustard man.
Yeah.
You
They
know?
made a whole bunch of memes about that.
I think if you were a rap guy, yeah, I have seen the memes.
What do you want on
You're
your
a
hot
rap
dog?
guy, your name would be Mustard Man. You know,
I think so too.
I think so.
What do
Yeah,
you want on your hot dog, Mike?
Mustard.
Mustard.
he's a mustard man.
Well, let me ask you guys: are you mustard or ketchup?
I like mustard. I like them both
Yeah?
actually, and relish and onions.
Man, fuck ketchup. No.
I like them both, man.
I like mustard on my eggs.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I gotta
different.
admit that. Yeah.
Actually,
it's pretty
I
good.
kind of
Try it,
okay.
man.
Are you talking about like hard boiled or like what are you talking about?
Scrambled, man.
Yeah?
Scrambled, yeah.
Okay.
Tater tots as well.
I like it on tater tot. That's like fucking Sling Blade, dude. Hell yeah, Billy Bob
for
Thornton.
reals?
I like mustard on my taters. That's what he said.
He just boy.
Yeah, he's just a boy.
You shouldn't have done that.
What do you say? I reckon to kill you. That's what he said.
What are you gonna do? I reckon you're gonna die.
You're gonna die. Yeah.
And he was the hero of that movie.
He was a hero. He was an
Right?
anti-hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you ever talk to me again. That weird guy in the asylum.
I don't remember that. Oh,
Pervy
yeah.
guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to
John Ritter was really good in that movie. Huh?
yeah, he was. He was really good in that movie. I'll watch
I still
that
got
shit
to
after
see
this.
it. I got to see it.
Oh, that's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Billy
man.
Bob Thornton, you know.
Yeah.
Fargo season 1.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Good.
It was very good.
What about you, Ruben? What's your next there?
For me, it was Hey Now.
Oh yeah.
I feel like he had a lot of strong songs on this record. I feel this one was just lacked a little bit of something, you know?
Yeah.
It almost felt like a transitional track.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's
yeah.
all it was. And you need that for the flow of context of 45 minutes worth of
Yeah.
music. Sometimes you need something that's going to be like your darling Cosmos. You know what I mean? It's not a track you're going to just outright bang, but you need it to transition through the album.
For anybody in the audience listening, if you know the song Darling Cosmos, be sure to leave it in the comments section. Yeah. We want to know if you know what song that is.
Yeah.
It was the same for me, man. Just because it followed Man in the Garden.
Yeah.
I think it just took the album a darker tone after that.
Yeah.
And I like Kendrick, rapping about happy things. No, it felt dark. It had like a sinister feel to it, and I wasn't prepared for that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to our bottom picks here.
The first to the bottom. Right?
Yeah. My number one least favorite track. And you know what? Honestly, I don't hate the track. This was more of like, I got to pick stuff.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going Peekaboo.
Peekaboo.
Ooh.
I didn't really care for it. It's like someone thought saying peekaboo would be clever, and they say it a lot. And I think they start the song with it and they end the song with it. And it just, it took me out of the vibe of the album for just that song and kind of
Brought you right back after.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, this was kind of like, if there's one song on the chopping block, maybe this one. I don't know if I need it, but that was it. Yeah. And again, I don't hate it. I just didn't like it.
This was like the flea pick, right?
Yeah.
They always got a piece flea.
Yeah.
That makes no sense, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peekaboo.
Peekaboo. For me, it was Squabble Up. Like, I grew up in a time when high energy, or what do they call it? Freestyle everywhere else, but the Bay Area, we call it high energy.
Yeah.
That style of music. Remember, I was telling you a little bit about that.
That's right. Yeah.
So the sample they use is an example of that. It's like one of the biggest songs that came out of that whole scene.
Like we grew up listening to that in our neighborhoods.
In our neighborhoods, my older brother and my older sister, who are 7 and 9 years older than me, they were hip with what was going on, and I was a little 3-year-old trying to sing along to these songs, and they were doing these cool dances and stuff.
Yeah.
It was all a part of like the electronic music scene of the early 80s, and so he sampled that. So for me, I think it was cool, but at the same time, you're always a little jaded when someone like touches something from your youth, So that's why it ended up being my first. I think he did a good job.
Yeah.
But just it was like the principle of it, the principalities, as Big Worm would say, right?
It's principalities too.
Yeah.
Right?
You're playing with my emotions, Kendrick, Just hearing that, like I said, it's cool, but it's just a little weird hearing it in this context,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I do, yeah, I feel you. For me, it's gonna be GNX, man. I didn't really like the beat to it. The rhymes are pretty cool. The lyrics are always, of course, they're always great. But I think if it was gonna be the title track, it should have been a little more up.
Should have been the Victoria Trap, right? If you're gonna do the Victoria Trap, then do the Victoria Trap, man.
But I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a lot of.
Yeah, a lot of help.
Yeah. But that's just me. That's the way I feel about it. Man. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. I mean, I'm right there with you, right? I named that in one of my bottoms too.
You did.
So.
I almost did too, man. So I agree with you.
But you didn't want to be a dick about it.
I didn't want to be a dick about it, man. I didn't want to be the guy they talked about in the comments.
Right? Yeah.
That fucking goofy Wolverine jacket wearing motherfucker over there talking shit about GNX,
That Billy Bob Zero over there. Mm-hmm.
Billy Bob Zero.
Also, if y'all want to see some great hate, check out our Marilyn Manson episode.
Oh yeah, we got shit talk to us about that one.
All right. Well, hey guys,
he has a new album out, so maybe we can get another one of those.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You did tell me about. Yeah.
Well, I have good news, fellas. Now the clouds have lifted.
Finally, man.
Right now we can talk about the stuff that we like.
Right.
And there was a lot of
that we were getting paid by Drake to talk about.
Drake has a lot of fans too, so
yeah,
we might get a lot of
that hate.
Yeah. I like Drake's coffee cakes. That's a Seinfeld reference.
Yeah.
So we're talking about our top three now.
You knew he wasn't gonna win the rap battle when the fucking you talk about like a Seinfeld reference, man. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Drake, do you like your own coffee cakes? Leave us a comment in the comments section below.
Okay, so now we'll go to the top.
Yes.
Third from the top.
Yes. My third favorite song on this was Heart Part 6.
Ooh.
I love how the song flows. A good way to talk about his feelings on top of really compelling instrumentation. So there were a few songs on here that I thought he was like pretty vulnerable for.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, this one kind of it was a bit more dynamic. Everything that was going on behind him as he was saying these things that I thought was very. It was moving. It's quite moving. So I think Heart Part 6 is my third favorite song.
I'm right there with you. Heart Part 6 is my number 3 on my list too. It gave me a sense of like him working with actual like musicians, like, you know, not just getting a beat, buying a beat off of somebody. I don't know what the production was like on this record, but yeah, the instrumentation was very cool. Very, very like niche in the background.
Yeah.
They were doing real interesting stuff, and it just made it a stronger track, honestly.
Yeah, it had this warm type of like a heartbeat to it. It felt organic, like he was being genuine about it, and just the music, just everything fit together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it was a beautiful track. But
It was a nice change too, right, for the record.
It was.
Yeah.
And I like the fact how like Drake during his beef with Kendrick used his title for one of his diss songs.
Seriously?
Yeah. He was being a dick about it.
Wow.
Right? Because Kendrick's known to make these heart songs, right?
Yeah.
So Drake decided to make his own. I think it was 6. He was trying to make his own version of it, but he was. Well, of course, it was terrible.
Terrible.
It's terrible.
You just say terrible, man.
And
It's
this
okay.
plus, it was.
We don't have to pretend here. We could say it's terrible.
Man, it fucking sucked, man.
Yeah.
But he did it on purpose. He kind of tried to take a personal jab like that. Hey, I'm going
Wow.
to take your shit and write my own shit too.
It's like Marky Mark in that movie, The Other Guys, where he was like doing that ironically.
Oh,
he learned
yeah.
how to do ballet dancing, and he knew how to do all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that, right? So you ironically learned how to do that?
Yeah. But, you know, then Drake had to take his shit off the internet. So you're not going to find it.
Good
Wow.
riddance.
So what's your third favorite song?
Oh, my third favorite is TV Off. As opposed to what you guys think, I like the chaos to it. I like how it's not, there's no like real solid structure to it because it kind of takes you in different places. And then I like how like he screams out mustard.
Yeah.
I think it's almost like a calling card for the DJ. You know, he's giving not the DJ. I'm sorry, to the producer. He's giving a big up to the producer, and I think that song has a lot of character. I think it has the most character off
the record.
album.
All
Yeah.
right. Fair enough. Yeah.
I think he had me at mustard.
Yeah, you had me at mustard. I've changed my mind. That's
I keep bringing it up. Mustard on eggs and all that. Right?
Yeah.
you know, I think TV Off is now my top 3 favorite and my bottom 3 favorite. It's all just TV Off. Yeah. Okay, so my second favorite song off this album is called Dodger Blue. It's featuring a lot of people. It's featuring Wally the Sensei, Siete 7X, and Roddy Rich. Anyways, I like how it has like a really lo-fi sound. It calls out a lot of people for bashing on LA.
One of them say if you haven't been past the 10, right?
Right.
Yeah, I love that. I love that line.
Yeah, the lyric is don't say you hate LA when you don't travel past the 10.
Yeah.
And then he says something the second time. It's actually equally as clever, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when this song first started, I'm like, oh, this is fine. But by the end of the song, I'm like, okay, this is pretty great. And it reminds me of a story. I was talking to your brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And this was probably the first 2 or 3 years I was in LA. And, you know, a lot of people living in LA that are especially transplants, we like to dish on LA. right? Talk about how bad it is and all that. But I stopped doing that because I was talking to your brother-in-law, and he's like, you know, man, because he's grew up
from
in
here,
LA.
yeah. Born and raised, right?
He's like, I'm going to tell you what I tell everybody who doesn't like living in LA. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. We don't need you. We don't need you. Go. Get the fuck out, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, this guy is absolutely correct. Like, what am I doing, right?
Is that what he says?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I could picture him saying that, actually.
So since then, obviously, I've had zero complaints about LA. And every time anyone complains to me about LA, that's what I tell them.
Hold on. Get the fuck out, right?
And you know what sucks, dude, is I find myself doing that now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't believe that.
It's easy to do.
It's easy to do because I see certain areas of LA and I'm like, damn, I don't want to fucking be here, dude. I get hit up sometimes. I'm like, dude, I don't bang. Does it look like I bang? And then I think, no, you're just in certain areas. Like,
Right.
LA's huge.
Huge, yeah.
It's huge, man. So
And there's boroughs that I've never even heard of, and I've been here for 10 years. and
Yeah,
it's like,
right, for real, exactly, right? You can completely be oblivious to certain parts of LA, right?
Yeah.
and then I do go to some places and I'm like, wow, dude, I wouldn't be here somewhere else in like 2 a.m. because, you know, the food here is fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
You
Right.
could find a place that's open at 3 a.m.
3 a.m, yeah, you can get a fucking burrito at 3 a.m, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is one of the food capitals of the world.
Yeah.
So, and you know, I don't know if I've said it on this show before, but it's kind of like we're living in a city that I think people will be talking about for eons
After
right?
we're gone. Yeah, you took the words from eons after we're gone. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, like 1,000 years from now, it's like people will be talking about very few cities from the ancient world, and you know, New York City, probably Paris,
Fremont,
Hayward,
Hayward. Probably, sorry, not
San
not Fremont,
Lorenzo.
Hayward, yeah.
You know what I love about LA though is that every little piece is so completely different.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah,
East
yeah.
LA has those hills and it looks completely different from South LA, or you go into like to
Dude, even Monterey Park, which is right next to East LA, is very different. You know?
Yeah.
it is. Or you go to like Hollywood and it's really different. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
downtown LA, I still think is one of the most interesting areas in the whole state because it's so old.
Yeah.
And it's been preserved instead of just, you know, scrapped.
Right.
So anyways,
it was been a little gentrified maybe, but yeah,
Sure,
you know, a
it
little
has.
bit. It has a little bit.
yeah, there's a lot of ghosts.
Yeah.
in LA.
Don't we know it?
we need some Ghostbusters. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Busted makes you feel good. Hey, the song says that. You know,
Yeah.
it does say that.
This is true. This is true. Let's see what Domingo has to say about that. Dominic, right? Can't get his name right, man. And anyway, that one puppet, dude.
Yeah. Well, we'll hear from him in a little bit.
We'll
hear
get
from
through
him in a
our
little
list right
bit.
here.
Ruben, what's your next pick there?
Okay, so you had would you Dodger Blue? Dodger Blue almost made it to my list. I crossed it out, but my second from the top is was it Whacked Out Murals?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's not really spelled. That's what I took away from it, right?
Yeah.
It's what opened the record. I kind of had like a mixed reaction, you know, because it starts off with like the little sample in Spanish, and then it kind of has a little transition, and then as he kicks into it, you're just like, man, this dude's like he's been at his game for a while, and you could see he's just putting it down, you know. I almost felt like it's like when you're watching an athlete in their prime, and they're just going at that and going to work, you know.
Yep.
That's literally what I feel like this song was. And I was like, great way to open the record.
I agree. Yeah. And this album in general, it does really resonate as like, here's this person who is a career artist.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Kendrick Lamar is going to disappear.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? He's not going to be, I mean, already he's not like just like a 2010s rapper or something. You know what I mean? It's like he didn't phase out. He didn't lose his contract. He didn't.
Well, dude,
do any of that.
he got the nod from, he's considered like an NWA guy now. like,
Wow.
how does that happen, right? You know what I mean?
don't know.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
he got the nod from those dudes, you know?
Yeah.
He's the heir apparent. So, yeah, he ain't going nowhere, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's beautiful, and that was also my second one, the Whacked Out Murals, is that he addresses some of the issues that everybody's talking about, like, hey, you were gone for such a long time. Hey, how come you're not getting political? He addresses all this in this song too, and I like the opener where he has the Mexican singer. He's giving a big up to the Chicano culture in
That he grew up around,
yeah,
right?
yeah, and that's what it is. A lot of people say he was pandering to the Mexican audience, but if you have grown up or if you visited LA,
or you live and visit, yeah.
Yeah,
especially these areas, which you and I have lived around these areas, you know?
If you
Yeah.
understand that, you see how it's all like intermingled. It's all mixed.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it embodies the whole LA culture.
You and I we looked at that when we were doing the cover for PRA, when we were talking to the artist.
Right.
We wanted to like kind of have that dichotomy of like, you know, the Hollywood, the idea that everybody has, that's the transplants of what they think LA is versus what it is for
Right.
the people who are local, you know?
Yeah, it was sort of these different interpretations of LA, and like that was a really cool approach that we did for that. And I happen to have like bleached hair then, you know.
Yeah, it's perfect, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of played into that pretty well too. Cool. Shall I?
You shall.
Okay. So my number one favorite track on this album, and when I was listening to this song, I was like having a blast, like listening to this song because it was just so fucking creative. Was Reincarnated.
Yep.
Reincarnated. It's like a really fun, playful song. The lyrics are serious, but to like a bubbly, dancey backdrop.
Yeah.
And then you get into this bridge part where it's like a bunch of call and response.
Yeah.
And when it gets to that part, man, I'm like, oh, this is like the best song.
This is
on
the
the
best
album.
song on the album. Yeah, I agree.
That was amazing. So I'm assuming you probably have the same.
That's mine too. For me, it was the parallels of like, and you know, I could be way off, but I don't think so. It's like the fallen angel, you know?
Yeah.
The whole falling out of like Lucifer and everything, and like kind of trying to reconnect, and like just the parallels of like people, you know, real people trying to look back at their past and say, hey, this is, it's like, but you're still this, you know,
Right.
or this is what you're really about though, you know?
Yeah.
I think that was just such a clever song, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a cool song.
Yeah. I love how he kept talking about how he, sorry, I'm
No,
jumping
no.
on you, but how he turned it into the next era and the next era, you
Right.
know? Where he's talking about like, you know, like the crossroads kind of, and like, you know, addiction and all that happened to these people that fell off, you know?
Yeah.
Without even needing to name names, you know?
Right.
That's cool.
Yeah, you could kind of recognize who
Who he's talking
he
about.
was talking about. He didn't have to put it out there. But I think it's cool. It made him feel more human and more easier to connect to. Damn, I lost my train of thought. There was something I wanted to say. Damn it.
Well, what's your favorite song on the album?
It's actually the Heart Part 6. So
Oh,
it was caught between this song, Reincarnated, and Heart Part 6. But I think for the Heart Part 6, it was very genuine, very heartfelt, how he talks about his experiences and him and his label mates, how they would meet up when they were struggling, they were very poor, but they had that dream and they all pushed each other forward. You know, I heard Schoolboy Q go on an interview, and he was talking about how he started off as hopefully I'm not wrong, but I saw that this morning, Kendrick Lamar's hype man, right? And he lacked the confidence to be his own
solo
artist. But Kendrick would be like, all right, what do you got? You got lyrics? Jump on this track. So he always pushed Schoolboy Q to write more things and to be the rapper that he is today. He was
develop, right?
Yeah,
That's
he was
cool.
like, man, standing next to this man, it made me want to push forward, and it made me the artist I am today. And that was very cool. That wasn't really out there before. I never heard that story, you know, because I've heard Schoolboy Q's stuff, and I thought, man, he's He's really cool. I didn't know, they were
Came
that
from
close.
that. It was fostered from that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
There needs to be more of that, to be honest with
There,
you. man,
yeah,
you
there
know?
does. Because
I feel like I always try to take that approach. I'm not trying to jump on that and say that's what I do, but I always try to, when it's like befriending other artists, they'll ask, hey, how did you guys do that? The question's always with our rig. What is that? How does that work? And, and it's like, well, hey, this is why it works. Because I think it's a great idea,
yeah.
I think you should share that information, Don't hoard that information.
I agree. We live, I mean, and maybe things were always this way, but we definitely live in a time where our culture is very anti-mentorship.
Yeah.
Right? People are holding on to information because they're really afraid of
their
other
spot.
people knowing this
Right.
stuff and then replacing them or whatever, right?
Right.
But the world needs mentorship. It's like it applies to art. It also applies to careers. It applies to everything. It's like, and you don't see a lot of it.
No, you don't.
People are pretty closed off. So it's always nice when you hear about people
Taking people under their wing.
helping each other out.
Yeah.
Before we get into the most painful part of our show, we would love to hear from our friend Domingo. Domingo is the friend of our band. And Domingo, what do you think of GNX by Kendrick Lamar?
Wop, 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 wop. Mustard! Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Hello, everybody. My name's Dominique. Y'all listen to that new Kendrick album? Oh, man. Y'all better listen to it. I'm gonna go to Tam's now, get myself like a burger, french fries, bump that in my GNX. Oh, yeah. And for all you Drake fans, I don't like you.
Wow, that was great, you guys.
Man, I feel like I'm smarter every time I hear that guy.
I know.
I
Yeah.
mean, way smarter.
He's a consummate reviewer.
Yep.
Yeah, he's great.
I hate that guy. I'm just being honest, man.
So now we go into the most painful part of our episode. And for the new listeners, we just want to remind you that we pick a painful review from the internet. This is not from us. This is from somebody else. And then we decide if we agree with them. Maybe we ruminate on what they say. But this comes from Album of the Year, which is basically letterboxed for albums. And this comes from someone named Remy. Remy's Reviews. Remy LeBeau, maybe?
Remy LeBeau, yeah.
52 out of 100. And this is just an excerpt from his review because it was a long
I
ass
get what he
review.
did there. 52, 50
Yeah.
cards in the deck, right?
This album isn't quote unquote terrible, but it's so lackluster, especially from Kendrick's side. The forced conscious verses just kind of throw off the overall vibe even more and don't fit the instrumentals for me that well, except for songs like Heart Part 6. The production, outside of it not being for me, is generic to the West Coast genre, and there is really nothing grabbing me here. Lyrically, even if I looked deeper into it, it wouldn't make me enjoy the album more. K-Dot's vocal delivery K-Dot's vocal delivery itself is very annoying for the most part. His voice doesn't fit these types of beats, and his singing attempts are terrible. The voice inflections also get more annoying and ear-piercing, and the more he does them, he can go over more flashy rap, trap especially, but not this kind. It's a lot.
Maybe grammar check yourself next time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the minions are his dialogue coach, anyways, right? So makes sense.
I don't know. This is a very specific review, and a lot of it I don't think really makes sense to me because I don't have much
Context for it, right? Yeah.
context, right?
Yeah.
Well, rumor is he's going to come out with another album. This was just like a little tester,
Really?
little morsel. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see, man. Because a lot of people expected the other album called Damn,
Yeah.
which had what was the single? can I say bitch be humble?
Sure.
Can you believe it? Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember that song. But that album won a whole bunch of awards, man. So I think people were expecting that, kind of like a flashy, marketable album. So who knows, man?
That's what's hard, right? When you put out something that's really critically liked,
Yeah.
people are just waiting for you to repeat that, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, that does it for our show. This was Let's Get Critical by the band Frantic Romantic. We are playing the Troubadour on January 10th. We hope to see you there. Tickets are $15 pre-sale, so hop on that or just show up, and we'd love to meet you. Let us know what you think of GNX in the comments section. We will interact with the comments because we love hearing from everybody. And we will see you next time. Have a great holiday. Have a great end of the year. We'll see you in the new year with some new treats.
That's right.
Yeah. 2025. All right. Bye, everybody. You may find more information about the band Frantic Romantic by visiting franticromanticmusic.com, as well as our social media platforms. We're always posting information about concerts, new music, and more. So please visit us, reach out to us. Let us know if there's any albums you'd love for us to review. Until next time, this has been Let's Get Critical.